Welcome everyone. We are going to deal with flower remedies, and we have completed 10 remedies. Our 11th remedy is a very important remedy. Every remedy is very important, and 11th remedy is seemingly very important that it gives a kind of uh, a stoppage and looking back at what are the things had happened and what is going to happen, and we are think we it makes you to think what to do next. The remedy's name is Gentian. It is called a belief flower. uh, Gent- Gentlina amarella is the Latin name of it. A person who has a doubt and it proceeds to, when you take that remedy, it proceeds to trust. For instance, everything is going on in a smooth way for a person or a family or a society. Suddenly there is a deep depression or a deep fall. In that, the person or a group of people or a society is at stake, and it doesn't have any hope or understanding of the situation, and it moves to doubt, and it stays there for a longer period. And junction is the remedy which is needed for that kind of people, so that they can carry forward all the things, all the happenings in a regular basis and in a flow manner. It is junction. The junction is also known uh, as a remedy of depression, which gives depression of a known cause. There is a known cause that it is a setback, and the reason is known, and because of that, depression has been created. And trust has been tested by the surroundings. A very important point. Your trust to the universe, the trust to the self, trust to the humanity, or the inner conscience being tested by the surroundings, with by the specific incident or specific happenings around you. So Gentian is needed for our life when our mission is being hurdled or stopped by a particular incident or surrounding or person, where we have been hampered and we have been put down or put in a kind of stake kind of situation. So in 1931, Dr. Batch has been attracted by the higher ground area, hilly area, where you can find a small plant which is in the a kind of valley area, where you can see water there, and it grows in a very ordinary place. These remedies, that is gentian and rock water or rock rose, are found in a similar situation. Both are in a kind of similar thing. That the remedy which is very important, it tells about doubt and understanding, doubting their ability, doubting their surroundings, doubting their innateness. Everything in life is a gain. You when you take gentian, every remedy is a, every life situation is a gain. You yourself is a gain. You have come to the world as a gain. You have acquired everything which is gain. You have come to the world without anything, with open arms, and without doing anything, without any a kind of total weakness. You come to the world. You need others self for survival, food, clothing, and everything you need for others. A kind of a surrender state you come to the world. And Gentian tells that the body, pleasure, and the gain, the amount of understanding, everything is a gain. When you think about Gentian, you have to see G. You take G and and think gain. It is there. The person who has the tendency that if a person who has high ideals with hopes and doing good to the people who do so much, and a sudden fall which makes lot of trouble to him, is he is in need of junction. These people are very capable and resourceful. They are very closely linked with the world and to the future, and a proper understanding is there, and they know their weakness and strength. So the people the understanding that there is no failure when you are doing your utmost, whatever the apparent result. The thing is, the understanding that there is no failure when you are doing your utmost, whatever the understanding, whatever the apparent result. So the junction is, you do your work, the innate work, the inner work of yours, and you keep on doing it. And the junction flow is telling you need not worry about the results. Whatever you have done, it is the best of you. There is no cause and effect thing. The existential phenomena, the existential thing that you are here, you are doing things, are very important in junction. These people are doubting Tom. They call them the people who need of junction. They call themselves a doubting Thomas. They doubt everything, every walk of life. These people have a definite purpose in life. These people easily give up the situation. They succumb to the surroundings easily. The flower has a peculiarity that it holds on and works hand and making perfect effect. The flower is very close, and it holds on to the petals very closely. It never sheds its petals. These the junction has a quality to see the higher perspective of life in difficulties. That is a major thing. They have a bigger picture because it grows in a valley, higher area of the land, almost in the mountain areas, and it sees the whole of the surroundings and things like that. These people get a kind of deep depression when there is a sudden setback. Junction transforms our narrow doubt into understanding. Narrow doubt in understanding. The situation which the junction gives is a truly bad situation, but it gives a lot of prospect, a lot of understanding, a lot of a varied kind of understanding, prospect, growth, a metamorphosis it gives. So junction is very much needed, where who they have an ideal purpose, they work for it, and a kind of disturbance comes when we get junction. It turns the whole situation into a positive way. Easily overwhelmed by the work situation, discouraged by wife or husband, a little failure. When you are going, if there is a block in the road, you get a kind of pessimistic attitude towards it. And even in the medical scenario, these people get disturbed by the results of diagnosis and things like that. Even to the universe, these people see universe in a different way, that the universe is giving a lot of trouble to them or things like that. They will be thinking. These people, because they are the nature of them, because of their nature, they welcome worry. They don't want the things to be in the right places. That the other thing, The other major thing is that these people who are in need of Junction, they don't want things to be set right very easily. They compromise very easily. They observe what are the things they observe, they take it as a fact. They don't trust the universe. If there is a sudden fall, they will see that it is over and nothing to be done, or things like that they will be telling. Particularly the Gentian attitude, the people who need Gentian will be pulled towards the past and future and past and future. Because of that, they have so much of a depressed attitude, and and it makes them worry a lot. What if the question? There is a question. What if? A kind of nagging sense of doubt. They will be always thinking about doubt. What next? What next? Whether it will fulfill or that. What if is the question? What if it happens? What if it in a negative sense they will be thinking. But and if they take Junction, they will think in a positive aspect. Everything is positive. Every fall is an experience. Every fall is an understanding. Every blockage is a stepping stone. They will be thinking about it in a different way, and they will see a life in a different perspective. It is a finest healer. It is a reassurance. It gives reassurance. Dog is fine. When they'll be they're seeing the dog and it is fine. Sun will rise. There is always sunshine for them. They will be in a positive. These people, Gentian people, is very hard to treat also, because of them, because of their doubt. They keep on switching to other doctors and keep on switching over to other therapies or things like that. They will start a thing and they will stop a thing, and again they will start a thing and stop a thing. Because of that, they get so much of confusion and disease. This is the most negative state of the personality, the shared personality of persons who need the Junction. The other important aspect is they struggle to yield. They don't yield to pressures, the positive aspect. Or the natural aspect, the natural quality of Junction is they struggle to yield. They'll come out with a victory. Perseverance is the other word which is very important in Junction. The inner fortitude, the inner strength. Even in small kids, they don't want to go to school because there is a kind of pressure or depression. If a person is a child is very depressed to go to school without any fear or some other aspects, if you give a Junction, they will go to school in a happy way. These people have an analysis of critical understanding, and they tend always towards the negative aspect of life. They will see everywhere reasons which is negative, but when they take Junction, they will see all the ways which are positive, and a kind of surrounding which is conducive and also appealing to themselves. A very important point is direct perception covered by logical and intellectual scaffing. That is, Junction shows you the direct perception of things, situation, and people. When you want a real understanding of the nature or people or surroundings, Junction is a remedy which gives a proper understanding of the world and people. These people go with the wind in one's sails. That is, they will go with the flow of the nature. Because of so much of depression, they have a breathing problem. The prana is very low. They have a shortage of breathing, and also digestion also being disturbed. They don't relax. They get depression, and the breathing is slow, the prana is slow, the digestion is slow. Because of that, so much of energy being wasted in doubt and overthinking about the negative aspects of life, things like that. When junction is taken and mostly the breathing gets streamlined. Because of breathing getting streamlined, the prana becomes higher and the depression is lowered. There is no depression. Uh, they are reactive personalities. They react to the situations very fast. They always keep on thinking about giving excuses to give up, to drop the uh, idea or a plan or a work. They give excuses. Junction shows that success is not objective, it is subjective. To make the point clear, when junction is taken for the people who are very much depressed of a known reason, they will know that the success is not outward, it is inward. They won't take the outer surroundings as important, or they won't take outer surroundings for the reason for the depression. They'll see the clear idea of what is happening inside, and they will be always thinking about a positive output, and they will be singular, composed, whole, and they won't have a scale of success with other people or other situation or other surroundings. They take success as subjective matter, and see life in a broader perspective, that every day is a learning day. You do the utmost and there is no failure, and you do everything in tune with the nature. That is the thing. They are very sensitive people. The junction admits to sensitivity. His well-being is the measure of success. They are very sensitive, and when they go deeper into the resonance of junction flower, they will see that the well-being is subjective. I am the reason for well-being. There is no other reason than me, or things like that. Which is very important is that I am very important, or things. They will be always thinking about making everything as a positive outlook towards the universe and people. So whatever the thing, whatever the fall, whatever the setbacks, they will see in a right perspective. For them, there is no word called setbacks or fall. A fall is a temporary stay for a better travel or better work or better progress. They will be seeing in a larger perspective. So about the plant, it is bright purple color. It is also called a trumpet flower. Gentian umbrella is the flower. It grows where the chalk is plenty. It grows in the hilltop. It is also contrast to the water violet. Water grows in water, and it grows in the hilltop. In 1939, walking from Koroma to Abergavan, he found Dr. Batch found in Welsh mountains. It is atom fillwort. Also, atom fillwort is the other name for gentian. It grows between August and September. It delays its flowering season. It is a smaller plant, more valuable and vulnerable. Is easily vulnerable, and it is very more valuable. There is no competition with this flower. It grows in dry area, thin area, calcareous soils, ordinary soils. It grows. It has a bitter principle. It a bitter principle. It is in bitter taste. It has been used in herbal medicine for a longer period. It shows the bitterness shows that it is a disappointment in life also. It has a small square stem. It is easily eaten by animals. It has a distorted growth. dense growth also, uneven growth, a kind of bushy like growth, lack of vertical nature is there, but it gives a proper understanding to the universe, a proper understanding of the self it gives. It almost grows 75 millimeter height, and number of flowers depend on the previous year's seed growth. Very important point it is. How many seeds are there, that much flower will be growing on the next year. Every seed grows uh, into Junction plant. So those who are suffering from infertility, or the child, those who are wanting for child for a longer period, you can try Junction also, both male and female. It has a pork green leaves, stem tinged with red, uh, color and shape uh, shows the purpose of involvement in life. It is so much of a worldly thing, so much to it gives so much to the worldly affairs and things. It is directed, pointed, smooth and defined, well defined leaves, structures and also flowers. Leaves clasp the stem, the flower grow onto the short stars. Actually, leaves are closer with the stem, and flowers grows on the short stacks. It grows by the side of the stem very closely. So it has a cohesion. It is very closer. So in a way we can say that the Junction gives fertility, means there is a cohesion between ovum and sperm. It gives cohesion, and moreover the seed, every seed of the Junction gives birth to Junction plant. So when a person who is in need of a child, if they take for a longer period, 2 to 3 months, they will get a child of their own. It has a axle of leaves. The leaves are like axles. A compact geometrical intensity is there. When you see the flower and the plant and the tree, closely watching, there is a perfect geometrical intensity. It is tubular form. The flower is in the tubular form, with 5 petals, opening to the sunshine, close its drops to the temperature. When the temperature is lower, the flowering is slow. When the temperature is to the normal or higher, the flower blooms to the full, depending upon the sunshine. So it is closely connected with the sunshine and temperature. So you can connect with the thing. The person who are in need of Junction is very connected with the surroundings and also people. When they are not to the expectation of that person, they feel depressed. If the surrounding is not connected with that person who is conducive, they get depressed. That is the thing. It is pollinated by insects. It has a strong link to the world and the future. The conditions are really, it waits. Another important point is that the seed waits for a longer period. It waits for appropriate time and condition to grow. So the same way, we have to wait for our appropriate time and condition to get started. And also it is said by our forefathers that you sow the seeds in a proper season. That is Junction. When you take Junction, you do things in appropriate time, and you will have a control over the surroundings in an appropriate condition, and things will be in a kind of a proper understanding and also proper nature, depending upon the situations. Every situation can be controlled by Junction. Flowers attached to the plant. Flower is closely attached to the plant, and seed pods develops there. Petals and sepals provide protection. It gives protection, so much of protection. You cannot see other flower, other flowers, other batch flowers, which is very very much protected by as by junction. Junction flower is protected, very closely protected by its leaves and also petals and even stems. It has a golden pod, likely to give up. Actually, golden pod, even when we see that the stem will be almost like died stem, but suddenly it bursts into new greenery and gives a lot of strength and vitality and freshness. It sheds many seeds and they are very small. Grazing animals take the seeds and spread over the area. Even the seeds are shed in below the plant, and it is taken away by the wind and also by insects. Covers all the hills into the field. When you see that gentian plant is covered all over the hilly areas and things like that, when you see gentian plant from down, it can have a aerial view of the hill, and when you see from the aerial view of the hill, you can see all the world. So the local perspective and the aerial perspective we can easily understand by taking gentian remedy. So the surrounding nature and the inner nature and the convergence of outward and outerness and innerness is there. The inner and outer are blended by the nature of gentian flower. It needs a proper environment to grow, and even then it has a problem with the surroundings. It waits for a proper environment to grow. So the plant, which is very important, the flower which is very important in day-to-day life, when there is a known depression, known condition which is giving us depression, junction, you take junction, and if there is a depression in heart, if there is a hole in the heart, junction can heal that. The wholeness of the plant is the flower is that it gives the inner fortitude, the strength, unwavering thirst in the outcome of the life. That is very important. Whatever the situation, whatever the surroundings, whatever the problems you face in life, it gives unwavering strength to you, and it sees that it gives it gives the understanding that everything has a reason. There is no failure in life, and you trust the nature in a way that it is all for our development and for our good cause. The other thing is the adaptability is more in gentian nature. That is, it adapts to the situation very well, whatever the situation is, and the inner and outer are blended, and there is a connection. There is a connection between the inner and outer. There is no inner and outer when junction is taken, and junction gives what is best for us. And if there is a path which is giving a trouble, it gives another path also. It gives a different direction, different path. It changes the track. Actually, like a rail track, it changes suddenly. Track, if there is the train is going very fast in a track, and suddenly there is a shift in the train's track. That is junction. A sudden change. So these are the aspect of junction. Junction is, we have known that a person who is doing well and suddenly getting a problem, and then having a lack of understanding of the situation, and then you take junction and you feel that surroundings are in control, and everything, there is no thing in the world that is a failure. You call a failure. There is no such thing called failure in life. As Emily Dickinson says that only success fails because we don't learn anything from that. So for people, for junction flower, there is no failure, there is no hurdle, everything is a gain. So, in a spiritual perspective, when you see that we have come to the world with two small uh, cells, and we convergent of cells, and we have built from the two cells, we have built into a human being, and we have come to the world without it kind of a junction it is. We have born to the world in a junction condition only. We don't know what to do. We are very comfortable in the womb of our mother, and we have got food, shelter, temperature, and everything. And suddenly we have come out of that situation, and there is a junction, and what to do next? And we have to be taken care by other people. Previously, it is taken care by the universe. The same tendency with other people, and now we see that the attitude of junction is we are trusting. Soon after we are born, we trust the whole humanity, the whole universe, that we will grow in a greater way. We will grow in a right way. We trust the universe, and we are looking forward for a greater understanding and greater gain to the world. And junction is gain is junction, and we have gained lots and lots of things because of that universe, and there is no loss, only gain and gain, and profit, and everything is trust. There is no doubt. There is no doubt. There is no word in our dictionary called doubt, because the whole dictionary of ours is trust, understanding, learning, profit, gain. That is junction. Thank you. Amrito.